guy Ronan here makes a comment about the overall approach and targets in this recruiting class, saying that Miami's big gets in this class will be line related. It's not going to be flashy. It's going to be the positions we've neglected. So Francis fits that mold, but this is a tough recruitment. Need to close.
Yeah, that's five-star lineman Francis Mauigoa from IMG Academy, who is on, or he came down Monday. So him and Peyton Kirkland from Orlando, Dr. Phillips, they were down on Monday. I wrote about that in last week's official visit previews because, you know, I do those on Fridays, you know what I mean, before the visit weekend. So, you know, Francis Mauigoa, number 1 in his position, number 3 in the state of Florida, number 9 nationally, you know, 6'5", 330. Yeah, that'll work, you know, and that's a recruitment that's going to go for a while. I think Peyton Kirkland, 6'6", 345, another blue chip guy. You know, and there's others as well of the blue chip offensive line variety that Miami is chasing. And those are going to be the big fish. And the big dudes, those are the ones that I don't think that Miami has neglected, Ronan. I just think that we've been unsuccessful in recruiting. So it's not for lack of trying. It's just that we haven't been successful along those pursuits. But yeah, that's really what separates a super duper top end team, right? Because Miami's always had elite skill guys. You can get safeties, cornerbacks, wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, you know, the perimeter players. But when you get the big dudes along the lines, it just, the whole team looks different coming out of the tunnel. They feel different, you know what I mean? And, you know, even having been to, you know, it's been a couple years, but having been to practices before, I saw the difference in the size and physicality of the team, you know, from Al Golden, you know, transitioning into Mark Richt, you know, you can just see that the size is just different. You know what I mean? It just, you can tell. And when all those linemen come out, and you're going to be what, you know, 15, 20 deep on the offensive line. You're going to be same on the defensive line, you know, like, yeah, 12 to 15 on both. So you got 24 to 30 big dudes, bro. It's just different. And that's a thing that's really, and you've seen that show up on the field for Miami. Keep talking about this running game not being where it needs to be. Some of the run defense not being where it needs to be, especially when you go up against more physical teams. That's where that shows up. So hopefully, Ronan, on both sides of the ball, we continue to find ways to target and add some of those guys. And yeah, you know, Francis Mauigoa, Samson Okunlolo, Lola, excuse me, is going to visit a 5-star this weekend. There's lots of guys out there that we're chasing, and yeah, hopefully, you know, one or a couple of them do come down here, but it's not for lack of trying. But yeah, Miami does need to step up their game, especially on the offensive line recruiting side. But again, your coach used to be an offensive lineman, championship winning offensive lineman here, his best friend, offensive line coach, one of the best in America. And you're going to leverage those two guys together. As well as Josh Gaddis, last year's Broyles Award winner for the best assistant coach in America. So you say, hey, you got a great offensive coach here, right? Offensive coordinator who's going to use you appropriately. I got your coach is going to coach you. Your head coach is going to coach you. Your offensive line coach has developed first-round draft picks, plural. Come on down to the U. So we'll see. But yeah, we're big fish hunting. So or fishing, I guess. So hook 'em and reel 'em.
Falcon Rex 305. Thanks for your contribution as always. Appreciate you. IMG is an amazing place. Great location for Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it is a great place. It is a good campus and everything. There is no pipeline. They are even more like a St. Thomas Aquinas. I mean, because they're Oak Hill Academy for football. IMG, you know, they bring in mercenaries. It's a finishing school and things like that, and they go everywhere. And like I said in the earlier soliloquy, most of the guys who go to IMG return to their home areas of the country for their college football. But Miami has had success recruiting from IMG, and hopefully that continues with a couple of these guys this year.